Good evening and welcome to another episode of the 19th hole here on the Sports Insanity Network. I am your host and your resident golf pro, Mark Guy Halpern, and along with me tonight is
Ross, the Caddy Mazin.
Good evening, Ross. How are you, my friend?
We're good. The dog days of summer are almost done. Labor Day weekend is upon us. You have a good month and a half left to play some golf before it starts snowing.
Yeah, right.
If we're lucky, it doesn't snow till November.
I mean, anything is possible, and we would love to see that happen, but I would be very happy with no snow until January, personally.
Yeah, put the clubs away come Thanksgiving weekend and break them again in April.
Well, we put the clubs away, and then we just play on the Xbox. That's how it
really?
That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, play virtual golf while it snows outside.
Yeah. And Ross and I are definitely in the same boat. Yeah, I followed this golf season very well. It has been an exciting season as we're coming to the wind down of live episodes here on the 19th hole. Ross and I will be switching, once the Tour Championship's over, more to a writing version of the 19th hole. But come special events or major accomplishments, we will go live and report. But as you know, baseball will be entering its most exciting points, football starting, golf kind of starts to slow down, and any major tournaments will jump in quickly. But Ross and I will be slowing it down a little bit, but not tonight. So we have going on in the PGA world. We have the Tour Championship going on.
And currently, Will Zalatoris is 2 under par, tied with Scotty Scheffler for the lead coming into the weekend.
Yeah, and
I think they're down in Georgia, right?
Yeah. And, you got Xander up there. You got John Ram, who's about 4 strokes back. And poor Rory, who was in 3rd place, is now back at 10th. But I don't count Rory out on anything lately.
No one should.
He just is ready to go every time. And to his poor dismay, the poor guy has not finished better than 5th in any of the last few majors. I mean, even 3rd, I'm sorry, I apologize. He came in 3rd in the last one, but he has not been able to grab that brass ring yet.
No, he really hasn't.
And if this is any look into next season, it's that with all the people changing over, and once we get into the new PGA season, we're going to have an easy list of who to watch in each league and everything, and who you're going to want to follow on what's going on each individual thing.
Well, LIV will be playing their first full season.
Sorry, if you don't know, the Mets just won the ball game. Couldn't help that. I apologize. Patchy, edit that out.
You're allowed to get excited that they walked it off.
Yeah, I love a good walk-off. And, of course, it was Pete the Polar Bear Alonso who walked it off. But
yeah, that's more fitting. Anyone else, no. If you're going to walk it off, let Pete walk it off.
Yeah. All right, getting back to where Ross and I were. Sorry, this is the way Ross and I roll. So Scotty Scheffler's in the lead, and fittingly so. He's had a very good year all year.
Yeah, come from behind wins, nowhere near the top of the field, and then just, I'm just going to quietly shoot whatever, and I'm going to win this thing. He's humble about it.
Yeah, and he's pretty receptive, he takes his criticisms and he takes his accomplishments.
Yeah, absolutely.
And weighs them both together. That's what makes him a complete golfer.
As I've quietly started to follow him more on the tour this year and kind of like following his progression into this year and coming into next year's tour season come early March.
Right. And there are a lot of young names. As we've talked about Scheffler, we've talked about my favorite name that I can't pronounce, Xander Schauffele.
Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, I know. I like the butchers.
Patrick Cantley.
Yeah.
Cameron Smith.
Next year, the PGA is going to look completely different, with people jumping forward, back and forth. But one of the things that Ross and I have noticed is the amount of money that's being given a lot of these players to change leagues, it's more money they're going to win playing golf anyway. So what's the harm in the long set? I mean, what is it to be said about someone who's leaving? I mean, if you really want to put it the way it was interpreted, people leaving the U.S. to go play in the Middle East. That's how people were interpreting it.
Exactly. And I know, and back to that, and the announcers, like, there was a possibility that Barkley was going to break his contract with TNT and make more than he was going to make a little bit more than he was being a color broadcaster for inside the NBA. But I said to myself, you're not going to break up him, Shaq, Ernie, and you're not going to break up that band. They've been together for the last 15 years doing the inside the NBA.
Right. And we all know Charles likes to have fun on the golf course, and he would have been a great color commentator for.
But I think his loyalties were like, I've been with NBC or Turner Sports, whoever owns TNT. They've been good to me. I'm not actually going to up and quit when I've been working with these guys for the last 15, 20 years with the inside the NBA.
Right. And look, no offense to Sir Charles. He's a good announcer. He's a good analyst. Stay in basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you have
fun color commentator, but let's leave the color commentator to Gary McCord.
He has such repertoire with all those three guys doing the NBA, doing the broadcasts.
Right.
Well, as all 3 out of 4 have played professional basketball for most of their entire careers.
Right.
And I think even Shaq even played with Charles when they were on the Suns. They played together for a year.
Yes. And, the real color commentary really needs to come from Gary McCord, who's going to be joining the LIV. Gary McCord, for all of you who don't know, was a professional golfer, was not the best professional golfer. I'll be willing to easily say that. And he made his way into golf analyzing, and that's via his color commentary. And that's what he's gonna do in the LIV. But is it fair, Ross, and we're not going to say like players like Tiger and all that, they're done. They've made their way through. But a lot of these young guys, let's use Xander, let's use Scotty Scheffler because he's not an old guy, Patrick Cantlay. All of them are going to stay in the PGA. Yes, the purses are going up a little bit. But is it fair for them to play at a loss while all these guys are jumping ship for hundreds of millions of dollars?
They're really not. And maybe if the PGA president wasn't a total scumbag and would actually come to the table and broker with them, but he's a scumbag.
And you're not wrong.
In my word, he's become a lightning rod for everything that has gone wrong with the PGA Tour as itself, or the organization as itself. They have their issues, and I feel over the last year it's gotten worse with the emergence of LIV. It's a mess. It's a mess, and he has not handled it well.
No. And, setting up this ban not to let players who jumped over to come over. What's the point in the long run?
There is no
point.
What
does this do for golf? What has it done? It's driven, in all honesty, it's driven half the nation's best golfers to another league, the way it's being run.
I know
we saw baseball go through. Sorry.
And I know LIV added a few more cities for next season. I think it had 4 more stops.
Right. And I'm sorry, the amount of money that's being handed to a lot of these guys, I'm not for. And I've been out and said that a lot. But it's hard to talk to younger players who are never going to see that type of money in their careers. And with the fear that was made by the media and everything about how Phil Mickelson is a traitor to the United States and is no longer sharing his red white because he went to go play in the Saudi Arabian League with Greg Norman and all that. Well, Greg Norman doesn't play, but he's like the chairperson of it. How can you call this guy a traitor or any person a traitor in that fact? It's
exactly.
It's not fair at all. That's why a lot of these guys are not leaving, because they're loyal not to the sport itself, but they're loyal to America.
Exactly.
It should not have been put out there like it was.
Right.
These players should be able to make their own decisions. They want to play here because of the money. They want to play there. Fine. But make it all one big event. Or have the top 10 play the top 10. The top 10 golfers in the LIV play the top 10 in the PGA in a not round robin, in a how do you want to say it? In a best ball challenge.
Exactly.
Two foursomes and a twosome.
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And if that gets off the ground and we get moving, maybe a lot of the talk about this bullshit about being traders and reneging on your loyalty to America, because that's not what this is. This is coming from the way it was interpreted into the way that some people are being explained, and it's just not fair. You know, we have the next 2 days, and the weather outlook here at the Tour Championship looks pretty decent.
Yeah.
A little windy, and with the storm systems and the cold fronts moving east, they might run into a little bit of trouble in the afternoon tomorrow, but I don't think it's gonna hold up play too much.
No,
I think it'll stop it for a little bit.
Maybe get a 20-minute delay at most.
Yeah, but we'll definitely see the conclusion of this tournament on Sunday night. Who's gonna win it, Ross? You have your picks who you sent me. Now explain why you sent who. What I had said to Ross was, so everybody knows this, pick 5 players and tell me where they're going to finish here and a little bit down the road. And Ross, go ahead.
It was, sorry, I have to have my list.
That's okay.
I went with Will Zalatoris. He won the FedEx Championship, which is huge for him. It's Cameron Smith winning the Players. I had Scotty Scheffler again for some reason, and John Ram. I'll switch my second Scotty Scheffler with Patrick Cantlay.
Okay. And
I'll swap them out.
And Ross's picks going down the line are very good. What's going to happen in this tournament? I truly think it's Scotty Scheffler's to lose. However, it's not going to be a cakewalk for him.
No, not by any means necessary.
No, it's not going to be a cakewalk. He's going to. Xander will make a run. John Ram might make a run, but there's a name. Look, Rory, I would love to see him come in third where he is. But Sun Ji Im has made a nice little move today to get up to where he is at 20.
Yeah, he definitely made some headway this morning or this afternoon.
And what does that tell us about Sun Ji Im? That he's been just the constant player he has been over the past couple of years. And this year he's made a great run, and I would love him to finish third here. Be a nice way for him to end this season as he's staying in the PGA. The name that we're not hearing a lot of is Colin Morikawa. And it's sad, even though because he left, you're not going to hear much of him anymore.
No.
I don't think he's going to amount to as much as he did.
No,
I truly think he'll probably retire out there and play in the Asian leagues for a while.
Yeah.
But it's definitely Sun Ji Im's position to lose right now. I think he can move up. So when you look at what Xander had done today to finish 2 back of Scheffler, he was just on a decent straight run, and then he took off on the back 9. He was 4 shots out to then come back and climb his way back to shoot shots out.
Right.
I'm hoping for a playoff between the two of them.
Yeah,
as I said, it's Scheffler's to lose, Ross, but I would like to see a playoff.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, Xander's an exciting player. Scheffler's an exciting player. And how would you think a 3-hole playoff would go between the two?
I think Scheffler would beat both of them out.
Okay. Is that because he knows the course better?
Yeah, I think because he knows the course a little bit better than Xander and Zalatoris.
Okay. So Ross had Scheffler winning it out. I truly would like to see a playoff and see Xander to win it. Not to take any away from Scotty Scheffler, but the way Xander has played today and yesterday has been inspiring. You know, if he comes out like he has the last 2 days, it's going to be close.
Yeah.
But if Scheffler stays hot and keeps a 2-stroke lead, there's no catching Scheffler.
Yeah.
Ross and I will be back for the conclusion of our 19th hole season Sunday night at 10:15, provided that Ross is not closing the store Sunday night.
No, I'm off.
Okay, Ross will be half alive Sunday night because Ross will be sunburnt from playing golf all morning with his friends, which is nice.
No,
Ross
Sunday I'm not playing it. I might go either the Jet game or the Met game. I haven't decided.
Well, which either one, Ross and I will definitely be back.
Yeah, we'll be here regardless.
Wrap up at 10:15 of the Tour Championship and a little bit of an outlook of what to expect. As I said, we'll be going to an article-based podcast for a while, but we'll give you the ideas of what we're going to do. And if you want to see a topic talked about or have interest, please write us here at www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com for all your blogs, vlogs, planes, trains, and automobiles, as our good old friend Mike Rifkin likes to say. Check us out on Twitter at SINReal. We're always here to answer your questions. We have hundreds of different fun things happening every year. The more people you come and watch us, the more we're going to be able to give back to you. If you think you have a topic that we have not covered that you can cover better, we challenge you to come on the show with us and challenge us to an all-out debate. You win, Ross will give you his paycheck for the week. That's how it will be. You even get an autograph from the famous Lawrence Patchman Lang. That will be a guarantee, and you'll get an autographed old ops guy Halpern check. But it's really the Ross's check that you're going to want. He makes all $5 a week. So, but in all fun and games, it's been a fun PGA Tour season.
Absolutely. Given the nonsense that's happened, it's been still fun to cover all this nonsense.
Right. We've had a great start. We're going to get better. We're going to have more and more guests on as the show gets stronger. And we need fans. We need the people who are watching us to write us and let us know what we're doing wrong. Hey, I'm always a man who likes to change. So if I'm doing something wrong, tell me. Yep, nobody. That's what I thought. No, that's okay. As for always, here on the 19th hole, I am Mark Oldouts Guy Halpern with
Ross, the Caddy Mazin.
And we're saying to you, enjoy the last 2 rounds of the Tour Championship. And please, again, tune in Sunday night at 10:15, which we will be recording live for you. And you'll be able to see Ross and I for the final time only on the 19th hole. But if you want to come see our ugly mugs otherwise, the NFL Blitzers for the SIN Network will be starting very shortly as we are getting into the motion now. Football is upon us.
And see your Caddy Mazin cry about his Jets again.
Your Jets are going to be okay. They're going to win 8 games. That's an improvement.
Absolutely. One more thing, LFGM.
You got it. And you want to know what? I'm not unafraid to say it. Let's fucking go Mets, baby. Have a good night. Good to see you all.
Good to see you guys. Have a good night.
And in the words of Mike, the Pun Master Rifkin,
namaste.
And in the words of Lawrence Patchman Lang, say goodnight to your mama because your mama loves you, but also say goodnight to your papa because your papa loves you as well.